Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. In today's podcast episode, I really want to talk about a subject that I haven't really discussed much on this channel. I know I talk a lot about our appearance, how we look, fashion, and taking care of ourselves physically, but this time I really want to mention how important actually confidence is and how we feel about ourselves inside. Confidence for me is really sensitive topic because I realize how fragile it is and how easily it is to break and to be affected by so many other things. Maybe the first time when I actually had problems with being confident in myself was in first grade in school, when just for the first time I saw how people treat other people differently based on the way they look, and people are special because they look good. I've been through a whole roller coaster when it comes to body image, how I feel about myself, do I like myself, who I need to be in order to have friends and people to like me and to feel special. And I can definitely say it's not all about the way you look. Some people may look their best, they may wear like super trendy outfits and everything, but when you get to know them, actually their character is kind of ugly, or just the way they look is drastically different than the person they actually are. So when I grew up, I realized that it's not only the appearance that's important, and it's like the appearance is a cover of a book. The way we look kind of describes or represents in a way what's inside. It's part of one thing, but the main content is inside between the pages. So we should not neglect one or the other. I feel like confidence is something that you should always take care of. These days when there's social media and everyone around you is kind of telling you who you have to be or treating you in a different way based on the way you look, it's kind of hard to stay confident all the time, always, because there's a specific standard that people want to achieve, like a lifestyle. You see someone who is traveling a lot and you realize that you cannot afford that, or someone is having a lot of clothes or specific like super expensive style and you cannot afford that, and those people are getting a lot of likes, followers, subscribers, whatever, and you don't. So comparing yourself, it's kind of hard not to do these days. I've learned a lot, and especially since I became a mom, I realized how important it is to really like yourself and to love yourself, to treat yourself right, and just to protect your heart and your mind. Because if you don't like yourself, you won't be so confident to follow your goals or to just be yourself in a relationship, or be brave when you want to create a certain habit or to practice a certain talent you have. And like I said, it's not a destination you get and you stay there your whole life. It's a constant battle between something that is attacking your confidence and you, on the other hand, remembering who you are and not letting this thing to actually get to you. Maybe a word from your loved one or an action from a friend. It's not always something completely from the outside. So the first tip I have to actually to love yourself and to like yourself is to kind of find yourself. People around you are so different. You may like a certain style someone is maintaining or a certain habit someone's having. You have to find who are you, what are your priorities, what do you like, what you don't like, kind of define who you are, what your talents are, what your goals in life are. And this is specifically for you and for your character, for yourself. You don't have to be like anyone else, but just look into your heart and know who you are and how are you created to be. Then when you see someone who is different than you, you won't be like, oh, I wish I was like that person, because it's just a different personality. So once you know who you are, always try to improve yourself. Don't stick to the same level. For example, if you're like super impulsive, it doesn't mean that you have to be like that all your life. If it's something you don't like about yourself, work on yourself and basically create the person you like to be and you want to be based on the things that are inside of you. If it makes sense. The next thing I feel like it's super important, and I really hope I can pass this on my daughter, is to not compare yourself. Like, people on the planet are so different. Everyone is a different character, different talents. Everyone is having their own way, and you are you. And that's what makes you unique, that's what makes you special. You don't need to be like anyone else. Someone may go for a certain career and you see that they're super good at it, they're getting a lot of money or attention, but that's their way. You don't know the backstory, you don't know how they got there, and that's okay. You have your own journey. And when we want to be like someone else, we're basically going on a path that it's not ours, and we're ditching our own paths. So obviously we won't get on the same place we were supposed to be, and we will always compare to that person. We will always try to be better, but it's a lost battle because it's not who we are, it's not our story. If social media is making it hard, just unfollow every profile that is making you feel bad about yourself. Just take care and protect your heart, and if something is affecting the love for yourself, just like deal with that problem. The last thing that is just as important as the rest is to gather yourself with the right people around you. I know, believe me, I know how hard it is to find the right people. Just to be with really good friends, people who won't hate you for who you are, and you won't feel the need to become like them in order to like you. And it takes time in every new friendship to define if it's a real and healthy one. But the people around you affect your confidence so much. If they love you, if they support you, if they encourage you and motivate you, but in the right direction and in the right things, you can bloom and you can help each other grow, and it's beautiful friendship, it's beautiful relationship. But if they hate you, or they always complain that you don't have enough money so you cannot go with them anywhere, or always telling you this like passive aggressive comments on your appearance, that's not healthy and it's not good for you, and it will be almost impossible to actually be confident around those type of people. So gather yourself with the right company. Honestly, I feel like you don't need more than one, maybe two people in your life. It doesn't have to be a big group of like 10-15 people. I'm really blessed to say that my sisters are my best friends, so I kind of didn't choose them, but in a way I did, because even if someone is your family, it doesn't mean they're helping your confidence and helping you be who you are and helping you be your best version. So yeah, I have two sisters and a sister-in-law. They're my best girlfriends, and when we meet, we are all different, believe me. Every one of us is having their own story, their own talent, their own style, even goals in life. I have to clarify with relationship, it's never a clean line. It's more like a river. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, but in time you kind of know who your people are. So to sum it up, find who you are without thinking about what's trendy, what's likable, what will get you more likes or more friends, what is inside of you and who you are inside. The second place, in order to feel confident, you have to improve yourself. You may really like to paint, for example, but you may not be very good at it, but when you practice and do more like paintings or whatever, or play music, you will get this confidence that you will get better when you improve yourself in a certain area. The third thing is not to compare yourself. And maybe a little clarification, I have to say that there is really tricky, but for me sometimes it works to compare yourself in a healthy way, because when I see someone who is really motivated and really following a certain goal, I kind of start thinking that, wait, this person is really motivated and is going for their goals, so why am I not doing this with my goals? You know, I'm not trying to be like them, but I'm getting this good example that is kind of gonna get me on a better place. But it's really tricky, and sometimes it's hard to define if it's a healthy thing or not. So like, yeah, listen to your heart, but definitely don't compare in a way that you want to be like someone fully. And the last thing is to gather yourself with your best friends, create this environment where everyone can be freely themselves. No one is judged, no one receives hate, you're all just unique part of one group, and it's beautiful. There is so much more I can say on that, but I'll finish this here. I really like to keep it short and simple. Basically, love yourself, work on yourself, and don't let anything affect your relationship with yourself. I am a believer, I'm Christian, I believe in God, and God has created us in a certain way, like body, soul, and spirit, and we have to take care of all of these three things. We are all unique, we are all beautiful, we are all special. So find who you are and take care of it. Thank you all for watching. See you again in my next video. Bye!